Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's just a few minutes after lunchtime, and I'm going to make myself a fast lunch. Do I look tired? I am tired. We had the screening last night, and it was wonderful. We had about 100 people for the meal, and then there was guests that came afterwards to watch the show. It was absolutely wonderful. To see it on a big screen like that was wonderful. I cried. It's the first time I'd seen it. It was wonderful. But anyway, I'm going to make myself some lunch, fast lunch, because I want to lay on the sofa and just relax. And I'm going to make myself a grilled peanut butter and banana sandwich. And I've got some rye bread here from Winnipeg, of course. But you know what? It's almost too small. I wanted a larger one. So I'm going to make myself 2 sandwiches. So come along with me. I'll get everything ready. So you just lightly butter one side of your bread. And I've buttered that side already. And then I'm going to put some peanut butter on there. Just a little bit on this side. See? Just a bit. And that's kind of hang on to the bananas. And then on this side, I'll put a little bit more than what I... Oh, put some there. And I've got some bananas here, all sliced up. I thought I better use those bananas before they go black. Because once they go black, I don't eat them. And then I'm going to put my bananas on there. Do you see that? And do you see these beautiful roses I have? My family came from Manitoba, my 2 sisters, Thelma and Kathy. And of course, they brought me flowers. That's one thing. Our mother loved flowers. And if we were going to something special, she always said, take flowers. And so when I went to visit my mother, I'd go through, and she always had fresh flowers in her house. Okay, now I've got the stove on. Oh, I turned it off because it's getting too hot. I have the stove on at a number 7. I've got a dry pan here. And let's listen, use our ears and see if we hear a sizzle. Perfect. And it grabbed onto it, which means that's good. So then I'll get this side ready. And then another thing that happened at the event last night is the chief from my home community of Sioux Valley was there, and she presented me with a beautiful star quilt. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Beautiful colors. And you know, I always look for signs from the universe, from Wakantanka. I always look for signs to see, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? And yesterday, I had met with the girls from the ones that were hosting the event. And we went in, and they had books, guest books, and they had them all laid out there. And they said, pick one. So I looked at them, and oh, they were all beautiful. But I was drawn to one. And it had beautiful spring colors, mauves, and oh, it was lovely. So I said, that one. He said, all right. And guess what? The star blanket that was given to me from my chief from Sioux Valley, it had those exact colors on them. And then the colors were on there, and that gave me a message. The minute I saw it, I thought, that's why I picked that book. Another sign from our Creator that I'm doing the right thing and I'm on the path. Sometimes you're not on the right path, and you'll get signs about that too. Mostly uneasiness and unfeelings, and you just have a feeling. Look, I've got some bananas left there, so I'll munch on those. Let me get something. I'll be right back. Look at that. A little bit too dark. But I'm going to flip this one over. It's dark, but I don't mind. It's not that dark. And there. And with my grilled cheese, not grilled cheese, my grilled peanut butter and banana sandwiches, I'm going to have a glass of milk. That's what I'm having for lunch. And the other thing I was going to mention to you that was very special for me and just fell into place naturally, that both of my former husbands were there. And the father of my two boys, my first husband, he said the prayer over the food in the beginning. The grace, I guess, grace, prayer, gratefulness for the food. So he did that part. Look, that's nice. And then when the ceremony part, well, not ceremony, but kind of, there was a drum group there, and then they have an elder to pray. And my former husband, my second husband, was there with his wife. They were both there with their wives. He prayed in Anishinaabe, Soto. It was so beautiful. So I sort of had like a bookcase of the two husbands. And at first I thought, no, that shows that any difficulties in life, you can work through them with love and kindness. When a marriage first breaks up, it's hard to be saying, be loving and kind. But after you work out all the natural feelings that happen, because it's a loss, you go through the denial and the grief and the anger and all of that. But once things settle and you accept that this has now come to an end, and accept that, you come to terms with it. And then for myself, both my first husband was the father of my son, so he needed to be involved, and we needed a relationship. And my second husband, we were just such good friends, so the friendships went on. So that's good. But let's get back to this peanut butter and banana sandwich. Let's see how good. Apparently, this was Elvis Presley's favorite lunch. That is so delicious. See, I do have milk in a jug. I didn't pour any in a jar, so I'm going to have a glass of milk with that. Milk and grilled banana and peanut butter sandwich go together perfectly. And all 13 episodes of my show, Grandma Sherry's Kitchen, are now up for viewing on the streaming services. So